welcome to another special web edition of Cuse Countdown here at the Carmelo K. Anthony Center. I'm Heather Prusak alongside Ben Peck, talking about how this SU team looking to notch another non-conference win against Long Beach State. But before we get to that, Ben, SU completely shutting out Eastern Michigan with an 84-48 victory. But after the game, head coach Jim Boeheim still not happy with a 36-point win.
Another case where the box score doesn't necessarily tell the whole story. Syracuse really struggled in those first 10 minutes of the first half, but then eventually got it going. It's pretty amazing they ended up winning by so much in the end. But especially Coach Boeheim emphasized his team. He'll be looking at how the young big men do. Rakeem Christmas and Daewon Coleman, both sophomore and freshman respectively. And we've seen here in the recent history of Syracuse that can take some time for those guys to develop.
And we've seen that in Fab Melo and Rakeem Christmas. Hopefully Daewon Coleman will make that same progress. I guess only time will really tell, but heading over to this week against Long Beach State hasn't had it easy this season, and they won't as the rest of the season goes. After playing Syracuse in the Carrier Dome, they'll travel to Ohio State, a tough environment, and then later in the season play UCLA, hoping that these tough non-conference games will really help them push to make a deep NCAA tournament run.
And they've already played North Carolina and Arizona, so this team is used to playing with the big boys. And I think for this game specifically, that'll just make that transition easier. They're not going to have to go through that 5 minutes where they figure out Syracuse and their talent, because they've already seen it. And then going forward to the postseason, especially if they can get a big win in those this game or those other two games that you mentioned, that'll really help their tournament chances.
Now, Ben, in this game with SU and Long Beach State, what are some X factors that you're looking for in this game?
I'm going to take a look at the second chance opportunities. I know it's always a big one with the Syracuse zone, but because they struggled so much against Eastern Michigan in that area, especially in that first half, Long Beach State, if they're going to win this game, they're going to have to make the most of those opportunities, and there's a possibility that they could.
Now, in the end, the only thing that matters is the final score. So who you take in this one, and what's your final score?
I'm going with Syracuse still 78-51. I think this is more of an impressive performance by the defense. The defense has been rolling all season long. The offense, I think, will bounce back in this one. So I'd still say Syracuse wins easily, although you can't overlook Long Beach State too much.
And you're looking at SU's defense, they really showed that they can adjust, switching from the zone over to the press in that game against Eastern Michigan.
It's always nice to have that in your back pocket.
Exactly. Well, that's all the time we have here on Cuse Countdown. Be sure to keep it here at sportsblog.citrustv.net for all your coverage of SU basketball this season. And later in the month, we'll have your coverage of SU football in the Pinstripe Bowl. I'm Heather Prusak for Ben Peck. Thanks for watching.